Big news break coming from Pakistan. An anti-terrorism court in Lahore has ordered the Pakistani government to hand over those accused of attacking the Lahore Corps Commander's Flagstaff House inside the Lahore cantonment to the Pakistan Army. Those accused of attacking Lieutenant General Salman Fayaz Ghani's house, that was earlier known as Jinnah House in Pakistan, they will be tried by a special Pakistan military court. The commanding officer of the unit tasked with protecting the Lahore cantonment has sought the custody of 16 people. 16 people accused of being directly involved in the attack on Jinnah House. And remember, there are multiple video images, photographs of those who attacked the Jinnah House. Based on that evidence, they will now be tried under special provisions of the Pakistan Army Act 1952 by a special military court. That's the information that's coming in. Based on their trial and evidence gathered, there will be cases registered under sections 3, 7 and 9 of Pakistan Official Secret Act. That's the information that's coming in. The question remains, is the noose tightening around Imran Khan, former Pakistan Prime Minister and the chief of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf? I'll get you details on that big story. Also on India First, Pakistani television channels from Pakistani studios to the streets of Lahore and Islamabad, the common people on the streets of Pakistan, members of Pakistan's civil society, are praising Prime Minister Narendra Modi after his reception, rockstar reception in Australia, and US President Joe Biden seeking his autograph. These Pakistanis own media, in social media. They're comparing India's rise and contrasting it to Pakistan's decline. I'm Gaurav Sawant. We will get you that report from Pakistan, but as always, let's get started with the headlines. Opposition divided over call to boycott Parliament inauguration. 20 parties to skip it. 25 political parties, including the Bahujan Samaj Party, Akali Dal and the TDP, to attend the inauguration of the new parliament. Politics over the historic scepter symbol escalates. BJP hits out at the Congress for labelling the scepter a golden walking stick. Says the symbol was tucked away by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru at Anand Bhavan and it shows disdain for Hindu rituals. Karnataka Minister Priyank Khadge promises to ban any organization disrupting peace, including the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh. BJP hits back, asks, is Khadge already the super chief minister of Karnataka? Two more cheetah cubs die at the Kuno National Park. The reason? Severe dehydration. One cub under observation. Total 6 cheetahs dead in 2 months. Tension simmers in strife-torn Manipur after fresh violence erupts. Union Home Minister Amit Shah calls for peaceful dialogue. He will visit Manipur to take stock. I want to quickly bring you a top focus story, information coming in. And the question that we're asking is the noose tightening around former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan. Has Pakistan's Army Chief General Asim Munir set the ball rolling already? An anti-terrorism court in Lahore has ordered the Pakistan government to hand over those accused of attacking Lahore Corps Commander's Flagstaff House inside the Lahore cantonment. And those are images that you see on your television screen of that attack that took place on the 9th of May after Imran Khan was arrested. Now, information from Pakistan indicates those accused of attacking Lieutenant General Salman Fayaz Ghani's house. This house, incidentally, was once occupied by the founder of Pakistan, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, and is also known as Jinnah House. Now, these accused are to be tried not in a civil court, but in a special Pakistan military court. And the commanding officer of the unit that's in the line of fire for failing to protect the Corps Commander and his Flagstaff house, he has sought the custody of 16 men accused of being directly involved in the arson, in the vandalism and the violence on the 9th of May at the Corps Commander's residence. Now, these 16 will be tried under special provisions, not just of Pakistan Army Act 1952 in the special military court, but there will also be cases that will be registered under section 3, 7 and 9 of the Pakistan Official Secrets Act. And this is extremely severe because the punishment is extremely severe under these stringent sections of Pakistan law. Will this then lead to more arrests? Because several of those who've been arrested have said that they were ordered after Imran Khan's arrest to get to the Corps Commander's house. The Pakistan Army has constantly maintained that this was a pre-planned attack. Everything had been war-gamed and the army was targeted. But the question is this legally tenable? Will principles of natural justice be applied? Imran Khan may be very perturbed, but he himself, incidentally, in the past had advocated military courts for trying those who were targeting the state. Let's try and make sense of these developments. Joining me on the show is Zahid Ibrahim. He's former Additional Attorney General of Pakistan. With me also is Arzu Kazmi, journalist from Pakistan, and Colonel Rohit Dev. He's a former commanding officer of an Indian Army formation of a unit at the line of control, keeps a hawk eye on developments across the border. But Zahid Ibrahim, I want to come to you first, sir, for a legal perspective. Is this move to try civilians under military law good in law?
Well, the Supreme Court has previously struck down efforts for military courts to try civilians. We've done that, but that has been only allowed previously under a constitutional amendment to try those militants who were attacking the country under the Taliban, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan militants. So this is new, but I think one thing we've got to realize that as far as even the PTI and Mr. Imran Khan is concerned, he has also called for a swift prosecution of those who were involved in this. He is saying that his party is not involved, but he is also calling for swift justice against these people.
But as former Additional Attorney General of Pakistan, I want to understand from you, one, is this good in law? Will this hold in a civil court? Can this even come up for hearing in a civil court? Let's say a military court sentences someone to death. Where does it go in appeal? The High Court, the Supreme Court of Pakistan, or the Chief of the Army Staff of Pakistan?
The power of judicial review under our constitution remains with the high courts and the Supreme Court. So even in the past, even though we've had military trials of these terrorists, the Supreme Court and the high courts have exercised their jurisdiction and interfered with the final adjudication of those trials. So it's not that the decision of the military court is going to be final and that there is not going to be any right of appeal. There is going to be judicial review, and judicial review has been accepted in the past as well.
Okay. Arzu Kazmi, has Pakistan Army decided the fate of Imran Khan? Are all these steps leading to action against Imran Khan?
I think if you remember, Gaurav, a few weeks back when in your show everybody was quite sure that Imran Khan is the most powerful politician in Pakistan and he will give a tough time to army. At that time I told you that still the establishment have few cards with them, and one of them was TLP, and other as I said that they will use the religion card as well. But of course मेरे ख्याल में भी नहीं था, even मैंने भी नहीं सोचा था what they use that military court and this is more dangerous than TLP, and people are so much worried, and I think that now the establishment will corner Imran Khan, and there is no hope for Imran Khan to be back as a prime minister again.
There is no hope for Imran Khan. Oh, that's big. But can he be sent out into exile? Can he be given that face saver that was given by General Pervez Musharraf, or in General Pervez Musharraf's time? Of course, that had to be brokered by Saudi Arabia to Mian Nawaz Sharif. Mian Nawaz Sharif was sent out in exile.
Of course, Imran Khan will get face saver because still some portion or some people from the establishment is still with Imran Khan. So he will get something like he will go to UK or not Saudi, of course, but he will go to London maybe.
Okay, yeah, Saudi Arabia is not very fond of him after he tried with Turkey and Malaysia to set up alternate Islamic leadership. So clearly the Saudi leadership will not be very fond of him. But Colonel Rohit Dev, is this endgame Imran Khan, or is this just intimidation tactics by the Pakistan army to force him to remain silent and not seek elections either immediately or in the near future?
Couple of things, Gaurav. When you see this perspective of the army trying to put the Army Act and Official Secret Act, it is in two parts. Because the army knows that within them, the Pakistani army itself was divided. There is no way you can attack Jinnah House where the Corps Commander stays without effective collusion within the army. So let me be very frank. There is, a break amongst the ranks there. And that is why this course probably is being used to firstly fix those people, and obviously civilians should be on the inquiry mode. Should the Pakistan army try its own citizens who are not covered under the constitutional amendment as terrorists or Taliban and take it a notch higher to punish them by the military courts as civilians, I don't think so. Pakistan is going to get funded from a lot of agencies in that hope it has.
Okay.
So there is a very thin line, and that is why Imran Khan is back to the place he is. He will get a very soft option to move out temporarily, maybe.
Okay.
But he will always.
But there's big news coming in. Colonel Dev, stay with me. There's more breaking news coming in. Imran Khan says there is undeclared martial law in Pakistan. The former Prime Minister of Pakistan has once again reached out to the Supreme Court of Pakistan. Remember, Justice Umar Ata Bandial, the Chief Justice of Pakistan, is considered very close to Imran Khan. In fact, the ruling PDM called Justice Bandial an extension of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, a karkunan or a worker of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf party. Imran Khan, we are told, is seeking protection from a military crackdown on his party. Imran Khan has also sought an investigation by a Supreme Court judge into that government order to call out Pakistan army, not just in Pakistan's Punjab province, but also in KPK, which is Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, and in the Balochistan province. Imran Khan says fundamental rights of Pakistanis are being violated. Imran Khan has sought a judicial probe into the events, one, surrounding his arrest on the 9th of May, and two, the targeting of the Corps Commander's house. Now, he says this was a planned attack by the deep state of Pakistan, and that was the effort to corner him and his party. Let's quickly listen in to Imran Khan.
मैं ये कमेटी बनाता हूं, मैं दो चीजें कहता हूं, दो चीजें करते हैं. अगर इस कमेटी को ये बैठ के कह दें कि जी इमरान खान के बगैर पाकिस्तान बेहतर हो जाएगा और आपके पास कोई सलूशन है, मैं फिर से कहता हूं कि इस मुल्क की खातिर मैं छोड़ देता हूं, मैं पीछे हट जाता हूं. अगर आप ये कमेटी को समझा दें कि मेरे बगैर मुल्क बेहतर चलेगा, चले मैं मुल्क की खातिर ये भी छोड़ने के लिए तैयार हूं. या इस कमेटी को ये कह दें कि अक्टूबर में इलेक्शन करवाने से पाकिस्तान को क्या फायदा है. ये तो हमें समझ आ रही है कि अक्टूबर तक तहरीक इंसाफ को इनका ख्याल है क्रश कर देंगे, लेकिन पाकिस्तान को क्या फायदा है. हम क्यों अक्टूबर तक इंतजार कर रहे हैं जब मुल्क नीचे जा रहा है. या ये दो चीजें कन्विंस कर दें, मैं इसकी कमेटी बनाऊंगा, मैं इंशाल्लाह कल अनाउंस कर दूंगा.
Let me once again bring in our guests from Pakistan on this story, and also Colonel Rohit Dev. Arzu Kazmi, is Imran Khan actually giving out this olive branch, or is this the white flag? Has he surrendered, with several top and middle rank party leaders having been arrested? He says more than 10,000 of his workers have been arrested and are in jail. So is he extending an olive branch, or is he surrendering?
I think Imran Khan wants to talk to everyone, as he said in his statement, that he is ready to talk to anybody. Like, of course, वो establishment से ही बात करना चाह रहे हैं, nobody else. So that's Imran Khan takes a big U-turn again. And now he wants to talk to the establishment again. And if you see today's newspaper or TV channels of Pakistan, you can see clearly that there is an event for army, and General Qamar Javed Bajwa was
Yes,
sitting with
very
current army
prominent
chief.
picture, yes.
And this thing you can say which Imran Khan talked a lot about Qamar Javed Bajwa, and now Qamar Javed Bajwa, General Qamar Javed Bajwa, you can clearly see him sitting with the current army chief. That means Imran Khan हार चुके हैं, and now he want to save himself.
इमरान खान हार चुके हैं. Zaid Ibrahim, if I may, take this question: is Imran Khan extending an olive branch? Arzu Kazmi says that Imran Khan wants to reach out to the establishment and he wants to talk to the army chief, General Asim Munir. But does General Asim Munir want to talk to him, given the bad blood between the two?
I think Imran Khan has been a mix of arrogance and incompetence in the last year as a opposition political leader. After his government has unprecedented support from the military, even from elements within the judiciary. Once that support was withdrawn, Imran Khan, the politician, was not able to convince his coalition partners to continue with him. And he cannot fathom the fact that, lo and behold, there is no military support. The crutches that he had are no longer available for him. And that is his desperation. His problem now is that he still considers the other opposition leaders and other political parties as illegitimate, as corrupt.
Okay.
And that places him in a corner with no ally, and even his close allies within the parties are now moving a distance away from him.
Okay, Colonel Dev, strictly from military perspective, will General Asim Munir let Imran Khan off the hook, or given the history of bad blood between the two? Remember, Imran Khan had him removed as DGISI. Will the soldier try Imran Khan either under military law, or when the adversary is down, he will decimate the adversary?
See, he could have decimated Imran Khan a few days ago, the way it was going. And he's under a compulsion because there is a bigger watch. And the watch is not that they have gone out of FATF. The watch is because the world is watching the political developments in Pakistan. So what he will do is probably, through this inquiry, fix a few military people. Through the military people, fix a lot of people and link them to the PTI. And somehow get confessions from the PTI leading to Imran Khan, and then take legal posture against Imran Khan again, and probably not try him by a military court, but then put the onus back on the civil court to try him. That should be his modus operandi. But he may not succeed, Gaurav, because if you see the kind of fissures which have been created, and I'm making this with a very responsible kind of a statement, that there are now fissures in the Pakistani army and the deep state both.
Okay.
Because the way they were sponsored by foreign funding, there was a role play which Imran Khan had. So while you can say many things that you have evidence for with Imran Khan,
okay,
he also has all the counter evidence that he was only doing your begging at that time.
Arzu Kazmi, but after the attack on the Corps Commander's house, the attack on Pakistan Air Force Base at Mianwali, the ISI office at Faisalabad, the Punjab Regimental Center at Mardan, the attacks that took place in Balochistan, it's virtually across the length and breadth of Pakistan that attacks were taking place, and the Pakistan Army says these were planned attacks. After this, can the army still be divided if the institution of Army Chief, General Asim Munir, represents the institution of Army Chief? If he is being questioned, has the army united, or is the army still divided?
I think army is still divided because still some portion of, or some people from the army is still supporting Imran Khan, and not only the army, even the judges are divided, and judges are also supporting Imran Khan, and that's why I think Imran Khan will get some chance to get over it, or maybe he will leave Pakistan for some time or go to UK or some other country, and this is just because the army is divided. Ye mane ya na mane, but this is the fact.
Okay, that's a big point that you make there. I want to now shift focus to the other big story we're tracking here on India Today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi returned to the national capital after a successful 6-day, 3-nation tour. But it's not just in India or in Japan or in Australia or in Papua New Guinea. Even in Pakistan, Prime Minister's visit has been the hot topic of discussion, and not just in television studios and talk shows, but even on the streets in Pakistan. And there is a stark comparison that's being drawn by journalists and members of civil society in Pakistan, that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is taking India to new heights, and Pakistan's leadership is sinking Pakistan to new lows. We bring you this report from Pakistan.
और उधर उन्हें ऐसा प्रोटोकॉल मिला कि आसमान पे मोदी लिखा हुआ है, और मोदी साहब क्या कह रहे हैं कि वो है इंडिया।
इस आदमी की ये है, क्या है, करिश्मा है, होल्ड ओवर द पीपल ऐसा है, इतना पॉपुलर है।
इंडिया के प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने, आपको पता है क्या कहा मोदी को? उसने कहा मोदी यू आर बॉस। अब आप सोच लें आपके लिए क्या लफ्ज इस्तेमाल होते हैं पूरी दुनिया में।
और बड़ी एक खबर मैं देख रही थी, मैंने कहा प्रेसिडेंट बाइडेन ने किसी का ऑटोग्राफ मांगा है, तो वो कौन है जिसका ऑटोग्राफ प्रेसिडेंट बाइडेन मांग रहे हैं?
I like Modi, I love Modi.
The rockstar reception received by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Sydney, Australia, has even his most trenchant critics in Pakistan in absolute awe.
इस आदमी की ये है, क्या है, करिश्मा है, होल्ड ओवर द पीपल ऐसा है, इतना पॉपुलर है।
Listen to this comment of Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese calling Prime Minister Narendra Modi the boss.
The last time I saw someone on the stage here was Bruce Springsteen, and he didn't get the welcome that Prime Minister Modi has got. Prime Minister Modi is the boss.
From television studios to the streets of Lahore, Pakistanis just cannot stop talking about Prime Minister Narendra Modi being acknowledged as the boss overseas.
देखिए अभी पूरी दुनिया में क्या हो रहा है कि मोदी साहब का आसमानों पे नाम लिखा जा रहा है। किसी मुल्क के वजीर आजम जो हैं वो मोदी साहब के पाँव छू रहे हैं। अमेरिकन जो सदर हैं वो मोदी साहब को प्रोटोकॉल दे रहे हैं, और मोदी साहब को बॉस कहा जा रहा है।
In fact, YouTubers and social media in Pakistan is abuzz with Modi's name being emblazoned across the skies of Sydney. The fact that US President Joe Biden walked up to Prime Minister Narendra Modi at Hiroshima and sought his autograph ahead of the state dinner, saying tickets have already been sold out for the Prime Minister's dinner and people continue to seek more tickets, has journalists in Pakistan virtually spellbound.
तो हुआ कुछ यूं है, आप जानते हैं क्वाड की जो मीटिंग थी, उसकी जो G7 की क्वाड की साइडलाइन मीटिंग जो है, उसमें उनकी जो मुलाकात हुई इंडिया के पीएम मोदी के साथ, तो उस पर उन्होंने वो खुद से उनके पास चल कर आए और उन्होंने कहा कि यू आर टू पॉपुलर। जो आवाम है वहाँ पर आपकी क्रेजी हो रही है, और जो हमारी टिकट्स हैं, आपको पता है ना कि विजिट है इंडिया का वो वॉशिंगटन में जो है उसमें व्हाइट हाउस में, तो उसके लिए जो उनकी टिकट्स हैं वो ऑलरेडी सोल्ड आउट।
Analysts argue it's India's growing international stature and ability to help countries that has taken India to newer heights. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's stature is being compared to top global leaders who visit multiple countries in a single foreign visit.
भारत के वजीर आज़म जो नरेंद्र मोदी हैं, उन्होंने क्या ग्लोबल लीडर की तरह एक्ट करना शुरू कर दिया है। बाइडेन हो या फ्रेंच प्रेसिडेंट हो या जो बड़े लीडर्स हैं, वो जब एक दफ़ा मुल्क से निकलते हैं तो वो सिर्फ एक मुल्क के लिए नहीं निकलते, वो 2, 3, 4, 5 मुल्कों के लिए निकलते हैं, पूरा एक सीरीज़ करते हैं वो। तो मोदी साहब जो हैं वो भी इसी तरह जो है वो एक सीरीज़ ऑफ विजिट्स करते हैं।
With India's growing stature and Pakistan falling to new lows, civil society in Pakistan is urging their establishment to forget their Kashmir obsession and seek better ties with India for this region to progress. Bureau Report, India Today.
Truly, that's hard work of the Prime Minister being appreciated even in an adversarial country, a country that's not very fond of India and has been talking about our Prime Minister not in the best of terms. But I want to now take you to another India First story. This is the story of Flight Lieutenant Shivangi Singh. She's India's first and only woman Rafale fighter pilot. And she's been flying this fighter aircraft over the Ladakh skies during this standoff with China. Clearly, even the sky is not the limit for our fighter pilots. We wish Flight Lieutenant Shivangi happy hunting and many, many, many happy landings.
It is a historic moment for women in armed forces. Squadron leader Shivani Singh, the first woman pilot of the Indian Air Force to fly the Rafale, took part in the multinational military exercise Orion in France. This is the first time India has sent its Rafale fighter jets to take part in a military drill.
It was a great experience for all of us. We were exposed to challenging missions with compressed timelines. The interaction with the pilots of other nations gave us the overview of their operations as well as their ways of working. The performance of our pilots were at par with all the other nations. The Indian Rafales, being one of the best omni-role fighters in the world, were carrying out all the missions successfully with precision and perfection.
Squadron leader Shivangi Singh had earlier flown extensively in exercises during the border standoff with China.
हमारी चुनौती एयरक्राफ्ट से ही रिलेटेड है और एयरक्राफ्ट वहाँ पे अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहा है. इसकी वजह से ही हम अभी भी वहाँ पे हैं एंड हम सारे एक्सपेक्टेशंस को मीट कर पा रहे हैं.
Shivangi Singh joined the Air Force in 2017. She is part of the 17th Squadron, the Golden Arrows based in Ambala. Before flying the Rafale, Shivangi also flew MiG-21 Bison.
Two squadrons of Rafale fighter aircraft are deployed in the Ambala and Hashimara near China border. The men and women pilots of the squadron are making the country proud both globally and internally in the situation like the one in Ladakh. With camera person Anil Jaiswal, this is Manjit Negi for India Today.
We are confident the Indian Air Force will continue to touch the sky with glory. That is all I have time for on India First this evening. Many thanks for watching. Coming up next is Business Today with Abha Bakaya.
We broke CM Sita 48 hours before all.
Most of them have.
We broke Deputy CM DK 12 hours before all.
Their exit poll was the exact poll.
We broke Karnataka formula 72 hours before all.
We have that answer for you now on India Today. Siddaramaiah will be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka.
India's #1 political team is unrivaled. Every news break, first on your channel.
You're now smiling and accepting Deputy Chief Ministership.
We have promised them that we'll give a good government with a good governance.
Keeping you ahead is our promise. The war has ended. India Today stands tall.
Heat waves create ideal conditions for hypothermia. Let's tell you what exactly is a heat wave. They're caused by wind flow patterns that trap hot air in the place. Instead of cycling around the world, wind stays set in areas like air inside an oven. It occurs when temperatures in an area soar above the normal temperature for at least 3 days in a row.
So heat waves are the temperature changes that occurs because of the environmental changes, and as we know, the lot of trees are getting cut and there are so many environmental damages which are occurring, and there is global warming. So as the years are going by, the heat waves are increasing. Heat waves are something which has to be taken on a geopolitical levels to be controlled, because we have to take care of nature in that. But if there are warnings of the heat wave, one can be careful.
While it is generally advised that one should not step out between 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. during heat wave conditions, what can those people do who simply have to step out?
Colors play a major role during all seasons on the earth, but maximum role is played when the sun beats the pulp out of us. To stay stylish in summer color clothes and to beat the heat, wear white or light colored clothes, preferably cotton or linen, which are airy and breezy, because it absorbs very little sun's heat and keeps our body cool. So before you step out in the sun next time, remember to wear light and airy clothes.
It's the biggest Kumbh of creativity and creative minds in India. The 3-day Goa Fest 2023 is currently underway, and the 54th edition of Abbeys is also taking place in the coastal state. Business Today TV in the middle of all the action there and bringing you conversations with some of the biggest advertising minds later on the show. You're with us here on Business Today. Let's take a look at some of the top stories at this hour. Big jobs shocker from Amazon. Tech giant defers offer letter to students of top institutes like IITs and NIT comes days after the company laid off employees across 3 verticals in India. Chief Economic Advisor V. Anantha Nageshwaran says India is all set to achieve 6.5% growth this fiscal. Says strong credit demand and falling crude oil prices will shield the economy from slower global growth and the El Nino scare. Heavy buying in the last half hour lift the indices out of the red, prompted by the Chief Economic Advisor's optimism over a breakthrough in US debt ceiling talks. Infrastructure and FMCG lead the way. Ola all set to launch an IPO this year. Reports say it's appointed investment bankers to manage the share sale. Even a 10% divestment will make it the biggest public issue this year. European economic powerhouse Germany enters into recession, contracts a second successive quarter by 0.3%, squeeze in consumer as well as government spending, massive rise in energy and fuel prices taking a toll. Big tech feeling the big economic pinch.